Well, hey, what's happening, everybody? It's Jeremy J coming at you with another video. So, I'm gonna look at the last video I made when I asked y'all, what should I do videos about? And we're gonna talk about some of them. So, let me face my monitor now. I'll turn towards the window and get this good light in just a minute, but I'm gonna face my computer now so I can read some of the things you guys wrote. Michael Nelson, you wrote about vlogging. I've done one vlog on my channel so far, but I think that's a good idea. I'll do some more vlogs when the virus thing blows over, because I spend time at the gym and going different places and whatnot. And right now I'm spending all my time in my condo, or I go down the street to a Harmon's to shop. That's literally all I do. I mean, I work at home and I work out here at home, but for the most part, it's a lot of just meditative work right now. And you also talked about NoFap, and I've heard of NoFap, and the longest time, well, let me explain what I think NoFap is. It means no pornography or masturbation for a period of time. And I think people do NoFap challenges for the purpose of trying to ground and harness the energy, the masculine energy. The longest I've gone without masturbation is maybe 7 days. The longest I've gone without porn is probably a few months. So I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. So, and I'm gonna just call today day one. So day one of NoFap, and not just NoFap, but I'm gonna try and do it for. I'm going to try and do it for 14 days. Since the longest I've done it is 7 days, the no porn part will be pretty easy. I don't look at porn too often, but the no fap part, if I can do it for 14 days, I will have doubled the longest I've ever done it. And then at 14 days, I'll say, am I about to go insane, or let me see if I can extend this even longer? So no fap is simply no masturbation. If I meet someone while this is going on and we have sex, I wouldn't call that no fap. But Michael Nelson, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that. And let me click the read more on your comment here. You said to do it to 30 days. So, okay. Well, you have the video watcher has spoken, so I'll do it for 30 days. And I'll talk about it throughout the days. I don't know if I'll talk about it every day, but I will talk about it. And if I feel like I really want to do it, like I really want to masturbate, I will instead work out. I'll channel it into a workout. Even if I've already done a workout that day, I'll make it 2 workouts, or I'll go for a run or something. Okay, and then you mentioned you're a male divine feminine twin flame chaser. You'd like to hear more about my journey, even if it's incredibly painful like it is for you. Shayna Banks, you also talked about thinking of the possibilities of another twin flame since the first one didn't work out. So let me share a few thoughts about that. Yeah, I can talk more about that. I would agree, Michael Nelson, that I've been more of a male divine feminine twin flame chaser. And I have an intention to move out of, I don't chase anymore of that. And in fact, it was a number of years ago that I completely moved on and surrendered from the whole twin flame thing. But I still feel like I'm not nearly as much in my masculine as I want to be. Yes, I've learned to not be needy, to be grounded and centered, but there's some elements missing in me. And I feel like those like the last lesson I learned from my breakup about having strong and firm boundaries and just different things like that, and being able to push back and not shrink under pressure or a woman who's making a ghoul face at me, trying to test me to see how I react. So these are different things that I just shrink on. I don't speak up as much and things like that. So I have an intention, so I'll write about that. I'll write about it in the perspective of raising my divine masculine side of me. And I don't want to do that and just lose the Gandhi part of me. There's a very peaceful, loving part of me, and I want to keep that, because I think the world needs a lot more empathy and kindness and from men. But it also needs strong men, firm men, courageous men, men in their power, men who have a vision, men who are on a mission, creating purpose, but not doing it at the expense of others, doing it in a win-win situation. So I'll write about twin flames from that perspective, from my journey of becoming more of a divine masculine. Okay, Deborah Lord, you talked about healing. Does it really happen, or do we just learn to accept things after a while? I mean, can you ever totally get healed from pain, trauma, and how? I'll do some future videos on that, but I'll say a few thoughts right now. We learn acceptance over time. We're humans and we evolve and adapt to situations. And if something doesn't work out, at first it's hard, but amazingly enough, we adapt and we start to get accustomed to the new reality. When I got my first cold sore, blister on my face, I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was tripping out like for a while. Now they come and go, and I'm just like, yeah, it's just whatever. I've evolved and adapted. So I think acceptance just comes naturally to us humans as we evolve and adapt, especially if you've done some work on yourself to get to that place. Nancy Kilgore, you asked, how are you staying safe from the virus? I've got a lot of things to say about that, so I'll do a future video on that, but I'll sum it up by saying I'm just very hygienic. I take a lot of supplements. I eat very healthy. I juice a lot of celery, apples, and carrots. I eat a lot of greens. I feel really good, like physically in my body. So those are just some of the things I do, but I'll do a whole video on it and I'll show you the supplements I'm taking and everything. It'll be a long video. Jennifer Thomas, you said, I really don't know. Well, to me, that says you just are waiting to see if something that I talk about sparks your interest. Do you live in Utah, Jennifer Thomas? I think you do, because you talked about the earthquakes here on my other video. Okay, so let me go back to the light. I'm back in the light. Yeah, I would say my top priority right now for me to heal is to move much more into the divine masculine part of me, a strong, firm, powerful, grounded man. And I've certainly made progress on this. It's not like I'm so drowning in femininity. That's not true, but there's aspects of me that are. So I have some work to do there. What is that work? Well, yesterday I went on a hike and I hiked up a mountain and I stood on a rock and I just yelled and roared as loud as I could. And my roar was like Simba from The Lion King. And it was okay. I was like, all right, I'm Simba right now. I just saw reality for what it was. It's like that lion right there. I'm kind of Simba right now. But I'm going to keep stretching my vocal cords. I'm going to speak my truth in these videos. And I have the video of me roaring like a Simba. And when I get the video where I roar like a lion, and I can tell, I'm going to post both the videos and show you all. And I have a feeling when I get to the point I get my lion roar versus the Simba roar, you guys all watching my channel are going to notice the difference. And a lot of it is just placing my attention on things like that. I have a radar, metaphorically speaking, I have a radar in my brain right now that says boundaries, how I will allow people to treat me. What energy do I give people? Those kinds of things. Like, I give my energy to those people who love and adore me and treat me right. You get my presence, my strength, my power, especially Deborah Christensen, Dingle Mouse on my channel. Y'all have been supporters through thick and thin with me. You get my presence, you get my attention. And to those people who do not treat me right, you get breadcrumbs. You barely get breadcrumbs, because I don't believe in ghosting anyone. I don't think that's such a wrong thing to do. But if someone doesn't treat me right, then you've got a long road ahead to earn my strength and presence back. So this is a shift in me. 5.5 years ago-ish, when I was going through the whole twin flame stuff, that was not how I was thinking. I was desperate. I was needy. I just wanted this person back. I have a much different perspective now. And I'm grateful for the growth that happened to me to get this perspective. And now my presence and attention goes to people who treat me right. Yeah. And I have a philosophy that if things happen where someone ditches me, you now have a long road to earn my trust and my attention back. And that goes for everyone in the future too. And people in the past I've been with, if they try to come back, like even from years ago, if someone tried to come back and talk to me now, and they weren't treating me right, but they're trying to come back, you don't, the divine masculine from a place of strength knows his worth, knows his power, knows what he will tolerate and accept. So that's a learning. And I've been learning that over the last 5.5 years, but certainly recently, this has very powerfully come to me. And I know it's a puzzle piece in my healing to have firm boundaries and standards. That doesn't mean it's easy, right? But yeah, so this video is 12 minutes now. I'm going to call this video No Fap Day 1, and I'll put a little bar in the title answering comments. And if there's more things you want me to talk about, please let me know. I'll go real deep, and I think you'll like what I'll have to say. Okay? All right, this is Jeremy J, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video.